Hi there, you're welcome to the sports segment here on the AM Show. My name is Benedict Tusu. Thanks so much for your company this morning. I'm doing the show with my colleague Seven Saki. Seven, I hope you're good this morning.
I'm very good, and you, Benedict?
Awesome. I'm doing fantastically well, and thanks so much for asking. Well, we're going to go through the sports this morning, and the major European leagues are back, so Seven will take us through what's going to happen this weekend. But before we do that, we have to start here on the local scene, and the 4-member team on the normalization committee must pass an eligibility check, which will be conducted by FIFA's review committee to have the appointment confirmed. Now, Dr. Kofi Amwa, head of the normalization committee, Madam Lucy Quest, vice chairman, and lawyer Dua Adontin and Madam Na Odofole Norte make up the committee announced yesterday. Now, FIFA manager for member associations Nicola Luca says their final confirmation remain conditional.
As you know, the 4 members will assume their functions with immediate effect. However, we need to remind you that their final confirmation remains conditional upon the successful completion of an eligibility check that will be carried out by the FIFA Review Committee. That's an independent committee within FIFA. And this eligibility check will be carried out in accordance with the FIFA governance regulations. We would also like to stress that for the duration of the Normalization Committee's mandate, FIFA retains and reserves its right to revoke the mandate of one or several of the members of the Normalization Committee and/or to nominate additional persons. Obviously, such a move would have to be motivated by due reasons.
Well, we still stay with the normalization committee, and reactions have come in since the announcement of the members. Now, here are views of some Ghanaian sports journalists.
Not very pleased about it. There was no representation from the Professional Footballers Association of Ghana. The game is about the football, and it's about the footballer. And we go to the stadium to watch footballers. So primarily, the central figure in all of this is missing. It's misrepresented. It's not represented at all. And so if we're doing reforms and still the player is an afterthought or it's not even a thought on the minds of the committee, then who are they doing this for? This normalization is for who? Is for the power brokers to keep getting more money and more power at the expense of the player or not? I'm not really cool with the glaring breach of respect for the rights of and interests of the player.
If you look at the list, perhaps you have to wait a little longer. Apart from Dr. Kofi Amwa, who is well vexed and well known to have performed some form of function as far as football is concerned, you do recall that he was a member of the local organizing, he was the chairman of the local organizing committee for CAN 2008. There's little known about Lucy Quest, Na Adole, and of course, Dua Adontin. I'm not too sure. I'm sure they are great women and men in their own right at their respective fields. Clearly, I am not too sure about their capacity with regards to football. We appear to be in a certain quagmatic situation. The level of hibijibis that have been sparked by this furor in respect of number 12, I would have thought that we would have gotten some people who are well known in the space that we're operating in.
So obviously the discussion will continue, and we'll bring you more when you join us at 2 on Sports Today. That's our major sports bulletin on this platform. Now we have to move on and do some more stories here on the locals. Now the management of Asante Kotoko wants head coach Pakusi Fabin to rescind his decision to resign from the club. Now Coach Fabin tendered in his resignation at the club secretariat yesterday, and management in a swift response rejected the move. Let's go live and speak to Delali Atiazi in Kumasi. Dela, very good morning to you. What was the situation now?
Well, I'm Benedict. Good morning. What I can say is that, yes, indeed, the coach tendered in his resignation yesterday, and management did not accept the resignation initially, but then later in the evening, we got a communique from management which said that indeed if he has tendered it in his resignation, then according to the contract that is signed with him, Section 12, Subsection 3, he's supposed to pay that is the remainder of his monthly salary to the club, and so it means that he needs to pay about 5 months of his salary to the club. But this news has come with very mixed feelings. On the front of the supporters, they feel that management should have at least stopped the coach from taking this decision, because they feel that the team is having a steady progression. Looking at ever since the league went on break, the matches they've played throughout, looks like now the coach was getting his fingerprints on the team, and so most of the fans that you speak to after the announcement yesterday are disappointed. But sources close to management tell me that indeed the coach hinted one member of the team that he is in negotiations with a South African club, and they had agreed to pay him about $10,000 a month. And looked like that source also hinted the the executive board chairman of the club. And so at a point, when the coach realized that he was having a little bit of problems dealing with the signing on fee with the said South African club, he made a U-turn, decided to now give the management pressure to extend his contract. And they had agreed in principle that, yes, we'll do it for you, but you can't, push us to do it immediately, because you had about 5 months left on your contract. And my sources tell me that, thinking that probably because he's given that he's negotiating with a South African club, he thought that maybe the club will rather maybe sack him. And so to avoid that, he decided to take. Now, the club is in a limbo because they had no. They were not expecting this. They're taking the news in a shock, and so it's not time for them to, come and start another process of looking for a new coach for the club. That's how come they have written to Ashanti Gold to ask them to postpone Sunday's game to next weekend. By that time, probably they would have been able to sort out the technical direction of the club.
All right. So as it stands now, we don't know if Coach Fabian is leaving or he's going to stay at the club. Exactly
the situation now. Management is expecting that he's going to respond to the letter they wrote to him, and then they will further take a decision from there.
Okay. Dela, thanks so much for your time this morning here on the M Show. So that was my colleague in Kumasi, Delali Atiasi, speaking to us on the Coach Pakusi Fabian's situation. Yesterday, he tendered in his resignation letter, and then in the late hours of yesterday, the management of the club, in a swift response, rejected that move. We definitely will follow that and bring you more in our subsequent sports bulletins. But the major European leagues are back this weekend after the international break. The Spanish La Liga, the Serie A, as well as the English Premier League. And this weekend in the English Premier League, the top liner will be on Saturday, the early kickoff involving Liverpool and Tottenham Hotspur. Serwin will tell us more in terms of what to expect this weekend in the major European league. Serwin?
And there's no better place to start the Premiership. It's at Wembley this afternoon. Tomorrow, Spurs versus Liverpool is going to be a very tough fixture. Then we follow up with Bournemouth versus Leicester, also playing at the Vitality Stadium. Then we go to Chelsea versus Cardiff at Stamford Bridge. And Huddersfield also take on Crystal Palace. Then Manchester City at home at Etihad will be playing against new side Fulham. Newcastle will also be going head-to-head with Arsenal. That's also going to be a top fixture over there. Then we have Watford against Manchester United will be playing next. Then we go Sunday, we have Wolves playing versus Burnley. Then Everton will be going head-to-head with West Ham. Then we finish up the weekend with Southampton versus Brighton.
So interesting fixtures this weekend in the English Premier League, but we also have some amazing games to expect in the Spanish La Liga as well.
Well, yes, exactly. And the Spanish La Liga starts today. Huesca will be going head-to-head with Rayo Vallecano. Then on Saturday, Atletico Madrid will be playing against Eibar. Then we finish up with Real Sociedad with Barcelona. Valencia will also be taking Real Betis on Sunday. Atletico Bilbao versus Real Madrid. Leganes will also be playing against Villarreal over there. Then we go on, we have Espanyol versus Levante also will be playing. Real Valladolid versus Alaves. Sevilla will be playing against Getafe. Girona will finish up the weekend with Celta de Vigo.
And what's been the talking points in the Serie A Italian league is Cristiano Ronaldo, if he will be able to score his first goal for Juventus in the Serie A. Which team are they playing this weekend, and which other matches are we to expect?
Well, Ronaldo will be going at the Juventus Stadium playing against Sassuolo, which will be happening this weekend. And we go also Inter Milan will be playing against Parma. Napoli will be also playing head-to-head with Fiorentina. Frosinone will be going and hosting Sampdoria. Now, Roma will also be playing against Chievo Verona. Genoa versus Bologna. Juventus versus Sassuolo. Then we also go with Udinese versus Torino. Empoli versus Lazio. Cagliari will be playing against AC Milan. Then Spal will be hosting Atalanta.
So amazing weekend of football to expect. Also, there's a big boxing bout. I don't know if I should put it the biggest fight of the year. That's the Triple G, Gennady Golovkin, and also Canelo Alvarez's bout, which is happening in Las Vegas. That's happening tomorrow, and we'll definitely bring you more. Join us at 2 on Sports Day. But so briefly, I mean, your picks for the weekend. You look at the English Premier League, the Spanish La Liga, as well as the Serie A.
Well, definitely I have to go with the first game of the weekend, which is Tottenham versus Liverpool. Coming from the international break, where we don't know who's been fatigued, who's still strong, but Liverpool have been carrying a good form. Spurs themselves were shocked by Watford the last time. We'll be hoping to get back to a winning start. Liverpool will definitely be really chasing their momentum and hoping to win the league with it. That will be the fixture that I'll be looking up to. With the Spanish La Liga, not really too many big fixtures in there, but you
expect Barca Real Madrid to win.
Exactly, and then hopefully want to see Ronaldo if he can score against Sassuolo. People are still eager to expect what Ronaldo has got. But then the fixture for the weekend has to be Tottenham versus Liverpool.
Absolutely. Thanks so much for your time this morning. We are back on Monday with the review of everything that will happen in the course of the weekend. Thanks so much. My name is Benedict Osu. Thanks for your company. We are back on Monday, as I mentioned, but join us at 2 on Sports Today. There will be more on the boxing. We preview that bout, also more on the major European leagues, as well as here on the local scene, the announcement of the Normalization Committee, more reactions to come at 2 when you join us on Sports Today with Nathaniel Ato. The program continues after this short break. Don't go away.